What's up guys, we got another video for you here today. I'm gonna go over my price targets for 2023, 2024, and 2025. Also, I'm gonna show a video how another money manager is picking up Tesla, and I think this could be a start of a trend as money managers start to see at how great of a deal it is. And last, we'll go over a few tweets to show, does Tesla really have a demand or competition problem, or is it just a myth? Let's get the video started. As you can see, Tesla had a pretty stagnant day today. Trading at about 123. It went up and down a little bit. We see it as PE of 40 or close to 40, which is going to be a good baseline for when I show my price targets. But first, let's get this video started with Yahoo News.
You were actively adding. What do you like right now, given all that uncertainty ahead?
Well, so we just initiated a position, Shauna, in Tesla. We thought that the sell-off had gotten overdone. We'd owned it years ago when Elon was in much bigger trouble than he is right now. Remember, he had SEC after him. He was sleeping on the floor of the plant. He was doing, podcasts, drinking whiskey and smoking a bong with Joe Rogan.
To be clear, it was a blunt, not a bong. It would have been even more epic if Elon took a bong rip. But just to be clear, it was a blunt that he didn't even inhale. If you know, anyone watching that's ever smoked a blunt knows that he did not rip that thing.
And he was losing staff in a meaningful way. We learned, we took a double in the stock and we got out and we left a lot of money on the table. I think when you look at the growth, even with the demand slowdown, this is a stock you're going to want to own 3 to 5 years from now. Maybe not for the next 3 months, but that will give us an opportunity to add to our position.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more. Who cares right now? We're in a little bit of a recession. You can't, up and downs for stocks. You have to look long term. It's funny, a lot of people on CNBC like to just, what's it going to do today? What's your trades for the year? It's more about just short term option trading, and it's just they're not looking at the companies long term, having more of like a Warren Buffett mindset. To me, it feels like gambling. It's just like even when, I didn't realize, like watching like ESPN, a lot of it was, who's your pick for today? Who's going to win in today? I didn't realize a lot of that is for gambling and trying to give people the picks of the day of who to put their bets on, and they follow certain people and that's who you make your bets on. That's what CNBC feels like a lot for me. It's just about, how do you make your option play, and who are you, what are your weekly options, bi-weekly options or, monthly options. And it's just very short term instead of looking long term, because short term, it's impossible to tell what a stock's going to do. You got to think long term. But let's get it looking at my price targets for 2023 through 2025 based on, we're just going to go over just different growth from 30% to 90%. Elon's talked about they want to grow from around 50% per year. Some years it's going to be less, some years it's going to be more. This past year, I believe that they were perfectly on track to grow 50%. They did have the China shutdown in early, I think around Q2 of this last year. So if they didn't have any of that China shutdown, they would have been right around 50%. Their delivery or production for the year was right at 46%. Deliveries was at 40%. So, the 1 month of China shutdowns earlier in the year, I think that puts them a lot closer to 50%. So I think 50% is pretty fair, but let's look at this chart. If you're a new investor into Tesla, it's an unbelievable opportunity. If you bought in the past couple years and your average cost is pretty high, right now is the time to lower your cost average. It could be stagnant for the year, who knows? I think as the Cybertruck comes out, potentially the Roadster comes out this year, and ramping up of Berlin and Giga Austin, you're gonna see, and if they lower cost, demand is gonna be huge this year. I don't see problems with that. And the amazing part of Tesla's company is how they can always transition into more of an energy sector and do battery packs. You can do Powerwall, mega packs, solar. So if demand ever did take a hit, they could always just transition into this. I'm not saying demand is gonna have a hit. I think there will be no demand issues ever in this company. They just make a superior product, especially when FSD comes out. It'll be a complete no-brainer. Right now, I feel like it's a no-brainer, but going to the future, I think it'd be insane to buy a GM or a Ford when you have a full self-driving car with better range and just better performance, safest car in the world. So, but back to the chart, just giving like a little peek at, you know, what it could trade at different ranges based on if it's trading at 20 PE, 30 PE, how much it's going to grow, 30%, 90%, who knows? It's going to be somewhere on this plot. So I think it's pretty fair by 2025 that it could be trading around $500. This is just going off these numbers and kind of giving an average of where it could be. But if you're new into investing, or if you're new in investing in Tesla, that's almost a 5 from here. I'd love to see this lady's reaction in a few years. Hopefully she doesn't sell too soon. But yeah, looking at this into the long run is just an amazing opportunity. And to talk about the demand and competition coming, first let's look. This is the new Roadster that should be coming out this year. Tesla only has 4 models right now. 5 if you include the Semi, the S, the X, the 3, and the Y. And they already have some of the best. At some points they've been the best-selling car in Europe, best-selling car in China, and that's not saying EV, best-selling car in these country and continent. And then once the Roadster comes out, you look at the specs of the Roadster, it's just a beautiful car. Look at this thing. Just unbelievable. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, over 500-mile range. Handling is going to be insane. It's just, yeah, that's my dream car right there. I don't own a car, but if I was going to get a car, let's pray I can get one of those things. Next, for the first time ever, Tesla has overtaken BMW to claim the title of the top luxury car brand in the US for 2022. This marks the first time the US automaker has held this title in 28 years. A US automaker has held this title in 28 years. Tesla sold 158,000 more cars in the US than BMW. So a foreign car company has been the best-selling luxury car brand in the US for the past 30 years, and Tesla just surpassed that. But we have a demand and competition coming. Who's coming? I do agree some companies in China could do potentially very well, but there's a massive, massive car market. Close to 100 million cars are sold per year, between 90 and it's going to grow to 100. And Tesla wants to be 20 million cars per year. So of course, right now they sell 60% of the EVs sold worldwide. Of course, there's going to be some competition coming. They have to fill those numbers, especially as there's regulation rules of only EVs can get sold in Europe by, I believe, 2030 and California by 2035. So with different rules like this, everyone's going to need to transition towards EVs. And of course, there's going to be competition. They're going to go from 60% to 20%. Maybe they can continue growing from there. But Tesla doesn't want to be the only one doing this. That's why they don't even usually use patents. They want other people to copy them. Their whole mission is to just transition the world towards sustainable energy. And this is part of it. So there's a lot of FUD out there that there's a demand issue, there's competition coming, and they were the best-selling luxury car brand in the US by 150,000 cars. So it doesn't make too much sense to me. And then last, another talking about competition, we got Lucid. Lucid delivered 4,000 cars last year. 4,000, are you kidding me? Tesla delivered 4,500 yesterday. So talk about the competition. I think even the newer car companies are gonna really, really struggle, especially as we get into a recession, or we are in a recession. Elon even said if this recession happened a few years ago in 2018, 2019, when they were trying to put out the Model 3 and Model Y, when he was sleeping at the Tesla factory, that they would have 100% gone bankrupt, they'd be done. But right now they've passed that, they've gone over that lump. Prototypes are easy, production is hard. So I think a lot of these other companies are gonna start to see the big issues with ramping up. It's very easy to make their beautiful prototype and oh my God, they can make a Lucid can make a 500-mile range and this is gonna be the Tesla killer. And it's like, let's see if you can make it, 4,500 delivered this past year. They got a long way to go. Tesla delivered over 400,000 this past quarter. So, I'll admit the competitions come when it comes. For now, there's no one. And even, let's say they do start to catch up in EV deliveries, which is just good. It promotes Tesla's vision of just transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Are they gonna have FSD? So once they can maybe start to produce as many cars as Tesla, then Tesla, boom, has full self-driving for all their cars. It's game over. They have no competition. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Sean. I'm the Tesla Hyperbole, and I hope to continue making videos every day for you guys. Thank you guys for watching.